Morning, beloveds, and happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. I think I am live. This thing just every single time there's something different. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Abigail Mensah-Bonsu. I am a divine embodiment mentor, and what that means is that I guide women back to their true selves. I guide them back to their higher consciousness, their light, and then I help them to anchor that into their physical body, their physical reality, their physical life, so that they can begin to experience life in the image of their heart, their true essence, in alignment with your true essence. And in that work, I also very much bring in the goddess power, the goddess energy, because as a woman, I mean, we are all encoded with the goddess frequency. And so when I work with women, I activate their own goddess codes within them so that they can begin to express it in the physical reality in this world as your service, right? Well, if we all activate each other and we're all operating from that place of I know who I am, this is what I'm here to do, I am confident, I am empowered. I mean, this world would change, right? So I love what I do. Today is very interesting because this message, it just seems to be the theme for this month, and it makes a lot of sense. And for those of you who have been following me every Sunday, joining me for my talk, you will kind of see how they all flow together. So we are in a year of change. If you look at 2021, how many of you do numerology or follow numerology? And if you join me, go ahead and say hello. I love to see who is on here with me. Say hello, drop a heart, something. How many of you follow numerology or, learn about numerology? So when you look at the numerology for 2021, it is a 5-year. 2020 was a 4-year, and it had to do with foundation. So what happened, and again, last week that I was on, or the week before, I talked about how 2020 reminded me of the tower card in the tarot, where the old tower crumbled down, the old foundation that was was not the right foundation. Let's just put it that way. Like any foundation that was shaky, that wasn't really for our highest good, got exposed and crumbled down. That was 2020's energy. 2021's energy, now that we have kind of cleared and leveled everything, removed the things that we can see what no longer serves us. We can see what doesn't support us. We can see that, the life that we don't want to live, the choices that we don't want anymore. We've cleared the way. Now we have the opportunity to build a new foundation and then build upon that foundation a life, a service, a business, whatever that is in like true, I wanted to say true alignment with who you are to the core, right? True alignment with who you are. If you look at the tower card, the tower is kind of leaning this way. Just is crumbling. There's fire in there, right? There's no alignment there. And this year is really about, now that you know who you are not, which is what 2020 was about. 2021 is then asking the question, then who am I? When I let go of all these masks, when I let go of all these fears, when I let go of the things that are not me, the things that don't represent me, then who am I? And then the answers will begin to come in so that you can implement those answers and build a new structure. I'm using a tower, but it could be a castle, okay? Whatever it is that you're building. It might be a new business. It might be redefining yourself. It might be even like physically, like changing the structure of your body, whatever it is, we are in a year where we are building something new that is in alignment with us. And we're doing this on a bigger scale and also individually. Now, the other part of 2021 is a year of change. So when you add it up, it's a 5-year, and year 5 is about change. And so this is what I've been talking about, that has been coming through a lot, is that this is the year that you will learn to surrender. You will learn to flow with the energies that are here to support you. And this is very important because there's going to be a lot of changes. Let's just put it that way. There's going to be a lot of changes. You might think that, okay, I'm going to do this. Oh, it came in very clear. I'm supposed to work with clients, in a group setting. And then like a month later, you're being asked to do more of a one-on-one. And you're being asked to just flow with it, because all these changes is helping you to get crystal clarity on who you are, what you're here to do, like all of that big questions, so you can build a better structure on the new foundation. Does that make sense? It's so important. This is not the year to try to grab onto your goals and try to make it happen, because most likely things would change, and the goals that you set and the intention that you set at the beginning of the year might not be applicable to you or in alignment with you anymore. Let's say come like March or come May, right? And you need to be in that awareness that things will change for your highest good. It's for you. It's for your highest good. Right? Because the universe always works in that way. Our guides always have our best and highest interest in mind, right? So it's always for our highest good and the highest good for all involved. So set your intentions. If you've already done that, don't freak out. It's okay. But learn to surrender. The imagery that I'm getting is like you're floating on a river, right? And you might think like where you are, you might look in front of you and see that you're going straight, and all of a sudden, you come to a crossroad and you're taken to the right. You might try to force your way and try to paddle back to the center, like go, let's go back, right? And it will take a lot more energy. You waste a lot of more energy. You're going to be exhausted. If you had surrendered to the flow of where the river wants to take you, you would notice that there's a greater gift waiting for you there. The whole point of this year is that to embrace change. How many of you are afraid of change? How many of you, when you hear the word change, it brings up anxiety, fear? You're not alone. I mean, seriously. You're not alone. Even someone like me, who I am so accustomed to change. Like I love change. It's just part of who I am. Being able to flow, probably being a Virgo immutable sign helps with that adjustment and changes. I can flow with whatever changes come my way, right? But even that, like when it comes, I'm still like, oh, what is this about? What is coming? And then it's like, okay, it's for my highest good. So this is kind of like how I want you to work with this year. Whatever comes in, whatever curveball comes your way, for you to switch directions, know that it is for your highest good. And that whatever direction you're being asked to go on or focus on, there's something greater, there's something better for you there. This process also takes an energy of trust and courage. But trust especially. Trusting that regardless of what choice you make is for your highest good. When it comes down to it, whatever choice you make is for your highest good. Trust that whatever direction you're guided to is for your highest good. It will take you to where your soul is meant to be. It might not be the path that you dreamt that you were supposed to walk on to get there, but it will still get you there, perhaps even faster. Perhaps on the way you will find even more, gold and, yummy stuff to add to your experiences that if you followed the old path, you would not have had those. There is immense, massive blessings for those who flow with this year's energy, for those who surrender to the flow of change in 2021. Each year comes with its own energy. So this year, that's what we're being asked to focus on? What changes? Perhaps you're already experiencing the changes right now, and we're just in January, right? But it's a great time and that's the next part I wanted to talk about. It's a great time for us to begin to feel what that is. So if you've already been experiencing the changes like coming in, whether quickly or slowly, you are in alignment, you're in flow. Keep going, just follow the flow. Oh, I love that. Follow the flow. Wherever you're being guided to go, trust and just follow. Trust and follow the flow. The current is the current of your life, your highest, best life. Because here's the thing, we tend to have a vision of who we want to be. We tend to have a vision of who we want to be, what we see ourselves doing, but our minds are very limited. So we can only see what we have the capacity to receive. But our spirit, our souls are more expansive, and they see our highest and best capacity, like all that we can accomplish in a lifetime. Right, that if our mind stepped in, it would literally just blow it up, right? Like, oh my gosh, like really, I can do this, right? So we got the trust part is trusting your higher self. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, my love. It's trusting your higher self. It's trusting that there's a part of you that is all-knowing, that is connected to all that is connected, is like plugged right into source, plugged right into the divine, and knows everything and has your greatest and best at heart. And is always guiding you. Always guiding you. She is the river, and you're floating on top of her. She knows where she's taking you. She knows exactly where she's taking you. But you can either fight her and just waste energy and waste time and feel exhausted, and somehow, eventually you will get to where you need to be, right? Because, if eventually you're going to surrender and be like, I give up, right? I give up. I'm just putting too much work into this. Maybe it's not for me. Eventually we get there when we tire ourselves up. But here's what I want you to do, because you've experienced that a lot. Don't tire yourself out this year. You've done that. You've had the experience. I want you to be open to experiencing what it feels like to just surrender and go with the flow and see where that takes you, without you fighting, without you resisting, without you wasting the energy and tiring yourself up, but actually getting to the destination fully energized and empowered and inspired, full of life, vibrant, magnetic, what that would feel like, what that would look like. Good morning, Trissa. Good morning. What would that feel like? This is a great year for you to begin to envision what the other part of your desire, what that would feel like. The part that in the past you're like, I've always wanted to do this. It lights me up, but nobody's going to accept it. But nobody, is going to, like, all that chitty chatter that we've had to like shove it aside. When we know that if we stepped into that, we would be the happiest and best versions of ourselves we could be. This year, I want you to begin envision, bring that to the forefront of your mind. You don't need to know the how. That is not your job. Because again, remember, that higher aspect of yourself knows it all. You just need to bring it to the forefront and trust. This year, what would it take for you to choose to live a life, to create a life that honors you to the fullest? What would it take for you to choose and live a life that brings you so much joy that you feel like your heart will burst? What would that look like? What would that feel like? Allow yourself to envision. Again, it's not about the how that's going to happen. Just simply bring that to your mind's eye, bring that to the forefront by thinking about it, seeing the vision of it, feeling yourself go through the emotions, and let your higher self take you there. There will be changes on the way, and it is totally okay. It is absolutely okay. It is for your highest and best good. It is to support you. It's to support you in stepping into the best version of yourself. Here's the thing. In the past, we've kind of, well, what am I looking for? Settled on the second best, the third best. You know, this is okay. I can deal with this, right? I know you're a strong woman. You're independent. You're powerful. You can make it work. You can make anything work. Whether you're happy with it or not, you can make anything work. That's in the past. Aren't you curious what it will be like to choose that number one choice, and truly experience it and embody it and create it? Aren't you curious to know? I hope you are. I hope that you are feeling that desire to make it happen. I hope you're in the state where you're saying, you know what, fuck it. I'm doing it. I am doing it. I am doing it. I'm doing it. I'm seeing where it's going to take me. This is the times that we're in. The world is asking you to do that. Actually, you are asking yourself to do that. Do yourself a favor and choose that which honors you to the fullest. That which makes you feel your best. You know what I'm talking about, right? You don't need to know the how, just trust and surrender. That desire that has always been within your heart, that desire that has always driven you, is there for a reason. It is a seed that was placed within you before you even dropped down onto this planet. And it is a seed that has been growing and is itching to expand and spread out and reach into the heavens. And it is us that we've like, no, just stay small for a little bit. You know, just turn into a bonsai tree, just a little bit. You don't need to spread too much. Stop it. Let it spread. Let it extend out and reach out and spread its branches and grow big and root down into the earth with big roots. Let it be and see what that will look like, that will feel like. Trust. Trust. Before I want to end this with this part right here, January, and I talked about it again. If you've been following me on Sundays, I've been talking about this. January's energy is really about, this is where it's like going to the pool and putting your toes, like just testing the water to see how it is. It's a time for you to acclimate to the new energy that we've just stepped into. So this is a perfect time for you to feel and sense what this year of change is about. What kind of gift, because I promise you, it's probably already coming in, whether it is like consciously, you know, or like right there in your face. Like what this year is about for you is probably already coming in for you. Pay attention, right? But this month is coming in so that you can begin to be like, oh, okay, I see that. I see that I might be teaching a group program, or oh, okay, maybe I might just put that group program, you know, just on the over there, and I'm gonna focus on one-on-one and dive in deep with my clients. Like it will become clear. But this is not a time for you to try to rush. Like, okay, I got this, go. Because you would notice, especially with the year of change, you might get that one and another one will come in and, hey, you need to record meditations and, you know, teach that or sell that online. You need to create online programs. And then you're like, wait, I thought you said I should dive in deep with one-on-ones. Yeah. That's why January is just about receiving. Literally, it's about quieting down and receiving what is coming through. Write it down. Make it, like, bring it, pull it in and write it down. Okay, this is what's coming through. This year I need to, you know, do more meditations, work one-on-one with my clients to really, you know, go deep dive or do more group programs or focus my energy on expanding my business. Like whatever it is, like write it down. When the spring energy comes in, where the energy is starting to rise up, you will feel that fire within yourself, and that is your go. That's when the green light will come on and you can go. And that step will be very clear what you need to take. But for now, things are kind of everywhere, chaotic, feeling overwhelmed because you're trying to do too much in a time where you're being asked to just simply receive. Receive and contemplate and assimilate. I don't even know if that's the right word. Like, get used to the energy, the new energy that we just stepped into. If you understand the energy that we're playing with for the entire year, then you'll be able to actually work with that energy, co-create with that energy the entire year. You'll be able to flow with that energy better rather than fighting against the energy. Kimberly says, yes, surrender, get quiet and listen is so important this month. Perhaps even all the way to like mid-February, right? You will have this, every time you would try to like step forward and do something quickly, you would notice like a pushback. Like it will be very clear that, hey, cut it out. Just hold on. It's not go time yet. Just hold on, breathe. The time will come. It's so interesting because I was talking to my Moon Goddess Circle group and how my calendar, being a Virgo and a Capricorn rising, scheduling my stuff, having a plan, like that's easy for me. That's my thing. Like that's just something I do. And this year, January, my calendar is there. Like for probably like the first or second week of January, there was nothing on my calendar. Like I just stared at it like, this is interesting. I haven't written anything on here. Usually I have my goals, my intentions, like my affirmations on there, how many clients I want, like, all of that will be on there. And it's like, I'm just leaving it blank so that I can receive what really wants to come through. And it's been incredible what is coming through. When you slow down and you get into that receptive place of allowing what needs to come through to come to you, you will surprise yourself. Because what will come through is exactly what you need. What will come through is exactly the next step that you need to take. It will be, when we use that word alignment a lot, but alignment, when you're in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing, where you're supposed to be going, the results you get is flow. Things flow so beautifully. The opportunities come in and you say yes to it. Like it's a clear yes, right? The support will come in and they just like, they support you in a way that you're like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you for showing up. Everything will show up beautifully in sync with you. When you're in alignment, you experience flow. When you're not in alignment, you experience resistance, the push. Okay, I'm going to go. No. I'm going to go. No, step back, right? And it's just, again, for me, it feels like just exhausting, right? Just exhausting. Stop doing that. And be curious about what it will feel like to simply surrender. I know surrendering is not easy for everyone. This is a topic that came in my Moon Goddess Circle too. Not everybody feels comfortable just sitting and receiving what that next step is, what that next vision, the bigger vision is. But it is a great gift to master. And how do you master that? You start. Perhaps you just give yourself a minute a day and just say, I'm open to receiving whatever is for my highest and greatest good. I'm open to receiving what the answers to my questions are. And then just breathe and receive. Now, you might receive it, through meditation, or maybe when you're journaling, it will start coming through, or you might be talking to a friend and they'll say, like something that is like exactly the answer you were looking for. The answers will always show up They don't come in just one way. When you're open, they can show up in so many different ways. And that's why it's so important to just be open to receive, because you're not limited to it has to come in this way, right? What if it wants to come in the other way? What if it wants to come in through here? You open up and you receive. And when you're open, when you're in a place of surrender and you're receiving, you receive more than you even asked for. You're like, I didn't even know that I needed, like a VA. But oh my gosh, I said yes. And look at this. Look at my business runs so much better, right? Like you always receive more than you ask for, because you are open to receive all that is for your highest and best good. Right? Oh, look at all these comments. Yes. So Tressa says, I loved last week when you said it's okay to be resting. Or for me, yes. I remember. Yes. My first step seems to be discipline keeps coming up for me. Good morning, Anne, my sister. Good morning. Oh, you're a Virgo, of course. So you know what I'm talking about. We love our journals. We love our pens, all the colors of the pens. We love organization. We love getting organized and just making, understanding the world through our organization, right? It's quite a beautiful mastery. Beautiful. So I hope this resonated with you. If you love my energy and you love my messages, again, what I come here to share with you for just a little, 30 minutes of time, that is just like the tip of the tip of what I really teach, right? Yeah, if that makes sense. I'm like, that's just like the top of it, right? There's so much more that I teach. And the more you go deeper with me, the more you receive the deeper teaching. So some of you have worked with me in some way, shape, or form here. So you know what I'm talking about. So I have so many programs that you can step into. I have the one-on-ones. I have my activation programs, which are like mind-blowing, like it's life-changing, literally. If you are in a place where you're like, I am ready for a big change, DNA activations, that's where to start. And then it would just open up, just wide open that door for you. It's powerful. Absolutely powerful. So yeah, check me out. I have all the links there. Come check me out. Or you can start by just joining my group, just to feel my energy out, get to sink your teeth into my message, see if that resonates with you. I'd rather you choose to work with me because you align with me and feel called to work with me. I work with soul clients because I know that I am here to work with certain people. I know my service is to help amplify the leaders, the change makers, the people that are here to create and live their life to the fullest, right? To support them in achieving that, in seeing that vision, in anchoring that light into this physical reality, into this realm, so that they can also activate others through their light. So I understand my work, and I know that people that choose to work with me are called to work with me, because it's no joke being in this light. It's very activating. So if you feel called to work with me, come check me out. Come join my group. Check out my YouTube channel. I have so many goodies in there, and just dive into it and see what feels good to you. And yeah, so again, happy 2021. We're still in January. I can't believe how fast this month is going. Is it just me? It just feels like it's just rolling on by. But I'm so excited to see how this year is going to be unfolding month after month, just to support us. And at the end of this year, what else would be created that would be in our highest and best group, best interest, both individually and as a whole, as the world as a whole. I'm so excited. So from my heart to yours, until next time, I will talk to you soon. Of course, you can always find me in my Moon Goddess Sacred Sanctum group. So if you love me, come join me over there, and we can continue the conversation. From my heart to yours, have a wonderful weekend. Bye.